Go. Odom with 4. Odom 30 feet away. Jumper in the air.
All right. Hello and welcome to episode 48 of the Rhody Rumble podcast. Today we are joined by the newest URI Ram and the first recruit under the Archie Miller era, Brayon Freeman. He's a transfer from Washington, D.C., played at GW last season. We'll have 3 more years of eligibility with Rhode Island. How you doing today, Bray?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Again, I appreciate you taking the time and wanting to do this. You committed yesterday, so just to connect like real quick and to get this going, happy that we were able to get it going. So appreciate it again.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Of course. Right off the bat, I think everyone's first question is, what was the decision like to enter the transfer portal, and then why URI?
Entering the transfer portal was stressful, but eye-opening at the same time. Eye-opening to see that your talent actually worked off and to receive the phone calls from some of the coaches of, the dream schools and the high major schools. It's definitely eye-opening. And I chose URI because the connection. URI, when I visited, they made me feel like family. Also, I had prior knowledge to some of the coaches. Coach Kenny Johnson, he coached me back in high school my senior year at National Christian. So they just made me feel like family. They made my family feel like family. And that's all you're really looking for when you pick a school list, where you feel comfortable and where you think your family will be comfortable sending yourself. On the visit, they did a great job of making me and my family comfortable, and it was kind of a no-brainer by the time I left.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the biggest thing, is feeling comfortable and making sure that you are able to play at this level and play for a school that, you can really connect with your teammates and, feel like it's a comfortable fit. And I feel like that was kind of the problem for over the last couple of years, with Rhode Island. I talked to a couple of other players like Sebastian Thomas, and he was saying like, obviously the talent is there, but sometimes the chemistry is just not flowing in the locker room. And then when it starts going, it's too late in the season. So pulling together wins and, connecting with the people around you, I can tell you Rhode Island is a great place. So you made a great decision, obviously a biased answer, but, we're very excited to have you. So congratulations again. You talk about Kenny Johnson and him coaching you in high school. Were you recruited by him specifically or just in general by Archie Miller and his staff?
Well, I knew Coach Kenny got the job, so of course that already kind of made me think about Rhode Island a little bit before he even talked to me. When I found out he first got the job, it kind of made me think about coming to Rhode Island before anyone in the staff reached out. And then a week or two later, Coach Archie called me for the first time. And then Coach Kenny had called me again after Coach Archie has called me. So it was kind of Coach Archie and Coach Kenny kind of co-recruiting me at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, and I sat in a press conference with him about a week or two ago, and he was saying really just, we're in no rush. We just have to find guys that are comfortable fits for this rotation and that will work well with some of the returning players, and that he'll kind of have that balance, I guess, of attacking the portal and also going the high school or the AAU route, finding talent there, or even going international, which we kind of gets overlooked. It doesn't see often here at this level. So he really is in no rush to get recruits. And again, you being the first one, you can tell that I guess he had a plan going forward and that he knew which players to target. So I guess that's a good thing. And again, like, it's awesome that you're going to be joining some of the guards in Ish Leggett, Jalen Carey, Sebastian Thomas. That the backcourt is pretty strong. So we're only building.
Yes, sir.
That.
Yes, sir.
Next question I have for you is, how excited are you about just repping Keene Blue for the first time? Obviously, you've played in the Ryan Center, but experiencing it from a different end, seeing a packed Ryan Center crowd this fall, how excited are you about that?
I'm super excited. On my visit, I can really see that Rhode Island is a basketball school. The love and the care you guys show for the basketball program is crazy. I can even see that when I played against you guys here. We think we had like a Saturday game at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and the gym was loud. It was fans in there. And that's tough. That shows commitment to the program. So I'm definitely excited to get in there. I love the colorway. That blue is special. I love how them blues play along each other. Can't wait to put that jersey on. And play in front of the fans. That's really what I'm looking forward to, getting in there and playing in front of the home crowd. Bringing some wins to the Ryan Center.
Absolutely. We haven't really had a winning season under Coach Cox last year, obviously a new coach now and Archie Miller. But really since 2017 and 2018, we made NCAA tournament runs. And we really haven't had that winning season at all. And especially I'm a junior now, so I haven't had that in my time here at URI. So, and like you said, I'm sure you've now come to realize that the Ryan Center, pretty loud. We have pretty devoted fans, loyal fans. The student section, the Rhody Ruckus, goes crazy for some big games. And last season, there was the lack of getting fans out to the Ryan Center. Obviously, when the team isn't performing, you don't attract fans. Less students want to come out. So I guess how do you plan on getting fans out to the Ryan Center? You and the team essentially, especially at the start of the season, it's going to be crowded with a new coach. Archie Miller certainly does bring that atmosphere, which will be a big factor.
Just like you said, it's all about the wins.
Yeah.
The fans are only going to do so much for a losing program at the end of the day. They're coming out there to win. They want to cheer. They want their program to win. They want to come out victorious. So it's really on us as a team to just win those games. If we want the fans to be in there supporting us, we gotta give them back something. So a win should be good enough. So if I can come in there and the new team under Coach Archie and we can get some wins, I'm sure the gym will be as loud as it's ever been.
Absolutely. Great answer. I know you've been in contact with the coaches. Have you been in contact with some of the guys? Again, I know you recently took your visit, so did you have the chance to meet any of the players?
Yeah, Ishmael. I know him since younger days. We played middle school basketball together, about 5th, 6th grade. He's from around here, so we know each other real well. And the other guys, I know them just based off playing against them. We all kind of play the same position. So we'll have back and forth conversation during the game or during the free throw, something like that. So I definitely know I know Ish well. I know the other guys pretty well. So I feel comfortable with them. Hopefully they can feel comfortable with me once I start getting there, getting in practices, stuff like that. And hopefully we can gel by the time the season starts. We can produce all year.
Yeah, absolutely. And just going back to kind of like what I was talking about, and this kind of goes on my next question, but this is a big adjustment period. Again, you're entering a program, obviously the new head coach, more players to be brought in by way of, again, the portal, high school, internationally, potentially. What is the best way to enter this situation? Obviously, things aren't going to start off amazing. There's going to need to be things in the locker room that get figured out. The chemistry on and off the court with your teammates. Obviously, you have relationships with them prior. And also, like some of Rhode Island's returners and forming relationships with coaches. Like, how do you work around, I guess, fitting into the system? Because it's not going to happen overnight.
Everything takes time. That's why colleges try to get you in there in the summer, kind of get those kinks out, get to know each other. But everything takes time. It would be crazy if I could say that I'll go in there and everybody will like me and I'll like everybody right away and I don't know what he likes because that's impossible. But over time, you start to get to figure those things out as you practice together, work out together, you're in the locker room together, play the game together, go out to eat. You kind of get the feel for everybody.
Yeah.
And if everybody wants to win, then everybody would do what they need to do to win at the end of the day. If everybody's end goal is to win, be the best thing we can be, then no matter what ego or whatever your pride, if win is the goal, then you'll sacrifice anything to win. So I know I'll sacrifice anything to win. I'm sure the Rhode Island guys want to win this year. So, if we all want to win, then we'll do what needs to be done to win at the end of the day. But it won't be quick. It won't be right away. It all takes time. But if that's what we want, then that's what we'll do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have more questions about, Rhode Island later on, but I want to touch on just you as a player and a little bit of your background. Obviously, you're from Washington, D.C. You went to Huntington Prep. What went into the decision initially to play at GW out of high school? It might have been an easier choice being that you're from there. And also, I believe it was COVID at that time. So what was that recruitment process like? And was it kind of a no-brainer to stay in state?
Well, first, I had a great relationship with Coach Christian, the head coach who was here last year. He was the first ever coach to give me an offer. He offered me at every school he went to until he got to GW. So I just knew him very well. I had a great feel for him as a coach. We talked almost twice a week since the 8th grade. So he was consistently checking on me, make sure I was good. And then COVID hit. I wasn't allowed to play my last AAU season. Didn't really have many offers. Coach Christian was going to welcome me with open arms, told me I'll see the floor immediately. And told me I'd play a big role on the D1 team. It was kind of hard to turn down. The A-10 is a good conference. It was either that or keep waiting for other schools to offer me, which would have been stressful with me. So I took the opportunity and ran with it.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, just playing at the A10, it's a tough conference. Reflecting on your freshman season, playing 30 games again as a freshman, extremely impressive, scoring double figures, 10.3 points, 3.7 assists, shooting, just over 40%. You also were named to the A10 all-freshman team. What is the biggest lesson or takeaway from your first season at the collegiate level, and also in the Atlantic 10, because now you're going back to the Atlantic 10 with Rhode Island?
I would say my biggest lesson is biggest lesson from this season.
Or maybe what is something that, you wish you had known coming in, but you kind of learned that over time?
That you don't have as much time as you think you do. At first, the season seems like it's going to be so long. You look at the schedule, you're looking at all the months, you're like, sheesh, it's going to be a long season. But then you start thinking of playing, and it's like it's all happening so fast.
Yeah.
Like some of the Rhode Island guys said, sometimes it's too late to catch up. Like here at GW,
Yep.
We started out kind of slow, started to pick up as the season progressed. But by the time I got to playoffs, it was just too late. So just knowing that you don't have as much time as you think you do. You really need to move and work out every day like it's your last. You need to practice like it's your last. You need to scout like it's your last. You need to take everything as your last, because you'll look up and you'll think your team finally clicking, but it's too late and you ran out of time.
Yeah, that is great advice, honestly. And that just goes for anyone. That's just life in general. It moves really fast, and time is your worst enemy. And again, like, I'm a sports media student. I'm not playing sports, but it is going fast. It's flying by. So I guess just making the most of the opportunities, whether it's something like this for me or it's something on the court for you. So yeah, no, that's great advice. Just in life in general, is that
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate everything. So yeah, no, great advice. Next question, a big question we really love to ask on this podcast is, what is your why, or what motivates you?
My family. Well, yeah, my family, and being overlooked my whole life. I've never been the biggest guy, never been the strongest guy, never could shoot the best, never was the best guy on the team, but I just wanted it more. I just want to prove to everybody that I can do it. For all the people who doubted me maybe when I was younger, said I wouldn't be able to do it, I just want to prove them all wrong. My parents put so much money, so much time into me. It's in this sport. I feel like it's only right that I can make it as far as I can, so somehow I can pay them back, or at least give them the reason to say, well, we put in this money so that he became this, or this is the reason why we put so much time into him. I just don't want to be a waste of nobody's time. If I put all this time into this sport, I feel like I should make something out of it.
Yeah, that's a great mentality as well, just to carry yourself throughout college or your playing career in general. Just proving the doubters wrong. I feel like we're always doing that, and being overlooked, being the underdog. There's just the feel good stories, honestly. And you're certainly doing that. So, you're definitely doing that. It's only been a year in college, but you're on a pretty good track right now. So
appreciate it.
Of course. A couple more questions for you. If you could compare your game to any other player, who would that be and why? Maybe at the professional level, collegiate, anything like that. Any other player that you try and model your game after?
This might be a stretch because I'm nowhere near where I need to be him, but I really try to model my game after Kyrie Irving. He's just so skilled. He's not really the most athletic, doesn't really shoot at the best. His skill set is just so crazy. There's nothing really you can do with him. So I definitely try to model my game after him.
Yeah, great answer. Maybe a lot of people don't love him off the court, but on the court.
Yeah, I love his basketball game.
Yeah, whole different story. Did you have a mentor growing up, that just helped push you along the way?
Yeah, I had a couple coaches. My parents always pushed me. Dad, mom, uncle, coaches. They always made sure I was good, full support. Anything I needed, they made sure I had. Any questions I had, they made sure they answered. They were just there for me like the backbone. throughout the whole way.
Yeah, for sure. And we talked a little bit about coming back to the Atlantic 10, but I guess what are you most excited about playing in this conference for a second season? You kind of have a little bit of an understanding, sort of a taste of what some of these other opponents can offer. And also to add on to that, what are you most excited about against playing GW this season, kind of being, on the court from a different perspective?
I'm definitely most excited about being comfortable in this conference. Last year was my first year, so everything was kind of new. I was still learning, trying to figure out like how to be good in this conference. But now this is my second year coming into it. I think I have a great understanding about how to do well in this conference. And I'm definitely looking forward to that GW game. All these guys up here, I love them to death. These are my guys. And I know the tension's going to be high. That's just how we are up here. We're high competitors. So I can't wait for that game. I know the trash talk's going to be crazy. I know the student section's going to be crazy. So I'm definitely looking forward to that GW matchup.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And we're looking forward to it too. 2 more questions for you. Going off of excitement, that's really been the theme. What are you most excited about, I guess, just having Archie Miller as your head coach? And what do you know about him as not only a head coach, but a person as well?
So over the weekend, I really got to meet him for the first time. He's a super cool guy. His vibe is kind of a vibe that you can just be around. He knows basketball a lot. His whole family knows basketball. His brother's a good head coach. He was a good head coach. He had a top 15 team at Dayton at one point. Coached at Indiana. He even played a little bit at NC State, I think.
Yep.
So he's just a great guy. You can tell he knows basketball. You can tell he loves basketball. And you can tell that he wants to win. Some coaches, you just don't really know where they stand on winning and losing or playing their favorite person. But from over the weekend, what he told me, he wants to win. He doesn't just want to win the A-10. He wants to be playing in March. And that's what I want. So if that's what my coach wants, and that's what I want as a point guard, it gets no better than that.
Yeah, absolutely. He brings this attitude to him. He's maybe not the most, I guess, electric or extroverty person when you're talking to him, but on the court, it's a whole other story. And he really is just strictly business. I feel like that's the best way of defining him. He wants to get work handled. He wants to get it done. And he's not messing around. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Me too.
I don't really know much about him yet. I'm still trying to get to know him. But he seems like he is the right man for the job, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do over the next couple of weeks and then into the fall. So it's going to be good.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be good. And then the last question I have for you, I don't want to keep you for too long, but, just what do you think you can bring to the Rams roster? Tell the Rhody fans that might be watching this at home, why they should be excited about your arrival. I know I certainly am. So, what do you got for us?
I'm just going to bring energy. That's kind of what I'm known for. I'm going to bring all the energy I can. I'm going to play as hard as I can. And I just like to win. As a point guard, I feel like winning the games that's kind of what makes you the point guard. The point guard who wins the most games is probably go down as the best point guard. So I'm really trying to win. I'm going to bring energy. I'm going to interact with all the fans every chance I get. I'm going to be in student section when I can. I'm going to be outside chatting with everybody when I can. I'm just be somebody I see, somebody I can talk to, somebody I can hang with on the court. I'm going to try to get every win that I can to make you guys happy. If I don't, then I got 2 more years to do it, or in playoff time we're going to do it. But I'm going to make sure I get you guys as many wins as I can. That's my goal. Be as presentable as I can. Get to know all you guys as much as I can. And yeah, that's what the Rhody fans could be looking to when I get there.
Yeah, great answer. I'm looking forward to hopefully meeting you in person soon. And, best of luck. Again, thank you so much for taking the time. Again, hopefully looking forward to meeting you or connecting in the fall at some point. And go Rhody.
Yes, sir. Go Rhody.
Yeah. Press I want for sure, you gon' need 3 promoters. I got the body from Jim Ellis, but I had switched the motor. I got these badass bitch running around this bitch, they all the coders. I just told her make a story. I just bought all the Trojans.